This video will show how to use PowerShell OneGet and Windows System Preparation tool to prepare a highly customized personal Windows 10 install image. In this video I will use Hyper-V virtual machine for creating the image. The process is exactly the same if done on a real computer. Before starting the installation, be sure your computer or VM is not connected to network. At the moment of doing this video we are using build 9926 of Windows 10. The Sysprep process will later fail if the PC was connected to internet during the installation. This will of course be fixed in later builds. Start Windows installation normally. After a reboot or two, Windows is installed and process stops waiting your input. At this point, click the Use Express Settings button. On Next dialog, do not enter a username. Instead, press and hold down the Ctrl and Shift keys, press F3 and release all three keys. Windows will now reboot to a special customization mode, the Audit mode. As no user profiles exist yet, Windows uses its built-in administrator account to sign into Audit mode. There's only one visible sign to mark that you have entered the Audit mode desktop, the Sysprep dialog in the middle of the display. Close it now by clicking the Cancel button. The installation until now was done without a network connection. You can connect the VM or PC to network and internet now. In case of you are doing this on a Hyper-V VM, you have to shut down the VM first, add a connection in VM settings and restart the VM. First we install the Windows System Image Manager, a part of the Windows Assessment and Deployment Kit. See tutorial part 3 for detailed instructions. Notice that Microsoft has told they will release a preview version of the Windows ADK for Windows 10 late February 2015, most probably at the same time than a new preview build of Windows 10 will be released. At the moment of making this video, you can use the most current ADK available, that for Windows 8.1 update. Time to start customization. Every app we install now, every modification in desktop theme and settings will later be copied to Windows default user profile. Default profile is used as base profile when you later create users on your Windows PC. The settings we make now will be the default settings for each new user profile. These include, among others, the desktop theme, screensaver and colors, taskbar position, icon positioning and spacing, folder view settings, IE favorites and homepage and so on. Also, all apps we install now in audit mode using built-in administrator account are copied to the default user profile later on when we run the Sysprep. Notice that pinned items cannot be copied to default profile. To install default all-user apps, I will use OneGet, an integrated module of PowerShell. PS OneGet is a so-called package aggregator, a management module for Windows package managers. You will find more information about PS OneGet at 10forums.com, tutorial link in video description. Start menu and search are disabled in Windows 10 audit mode. I will need to start PowerShell manually by browsing deep into Windows folder and starting it from there. First thing I did when PowerShell started was to extend my right to run scripts in order to be able to install software from a package provider later on. Command combinations in PowerShell are called commandlets. Adding the set command to execution policy, I got the commandlet needed. Set execution policy unrestricted. The package manager or provider I will use now is called Chocolatey. It needs unrestricted script execution policy, which is why we set it first thing after the PowerShell had started. To add a provider, I use get package provider commandlet. If used without any parameters, it just lists all installed package providers. To learn how to find all available packages, see the OneGet tutorial at 10forums.com. As I already know the names of the packages I want to include in my default user profile, I use the commandlet install package, followed by the names of the packages separated by comma. In the meantime, the Windows SIM has now been installed in the background. Let's open it and start creating an answer file. An answer file is a set of instructions in an XML file. When Sysprep is run, it reads these instructions, what changes it should make to the Windows image. First we need to create a catalog file. For that we need the install vim file from a Windows install disk or ISO file. Windows 10 build 9926 install vim file cannot for some reason be used for the catalog file. This will for sure be fixed in future builds. For now we have to use a workaround. To get an answer file for our build 9926, we have to first create the catalog using Windows 8.1 or Windows 10 builds 9841, 9860 or 9879 install vim file, and later edit the answer file. Find the install vim on any install media for above mentioned Windows versions and copy to the desktop of the PC or VM you are using for this process now. The install vim can be found in Sources folder in any Windows install media. I use in this video the install vim from Windows 8.1 Update 1. Open Windows SIM, select the File menu and New Answer File. You will be asked if you want to open a Windows image now. Click Yes and open the install vim you just copied to your desktop. Windows SIM will now create a frame for your answer file. Creating the catalog will take quite a long time. Let the process run in the background. Do not close the Windows SIM. While waiting, you can download and install software or customize desktop. The apps I selected are now installed in the background. All apps with one simple command without any user interaction. While the apps will be installed, I can now modify the desktop settings as I want them to be in the default user profile. I will set IE favorites and home pages, set folder view to use item selection boxes and large icons, make the ribbon visible and add libraries to folder tree view. I will also change the background set color theme and screensaver and change the taskbar location. Apps installed with OneGet, desktop and IE customized. Now let's build the answer file. See the tutorial part 5 for more instructions about what you can do. Search the Microsoft TechNet site for Sysprep to find more information about building an answer file. You can also search for our 7 forums, 8 forums and 10 forums for Sysprep related tutorials. I will do the most important first. Set the copy profile value to true. This is the setting telling Sysprep to copy all my customizations to default user profile. Additionally, I will change some OEM information Windows shows in System window. When done, let the Windows sim validate your answer file. Check it for errors. You'll find Validate in Tools menu. In my case now, nothing to be worried about, only warnings about some deprecated settings no longer possible to change, and notices that because I did not change some settings, they will be left out. I can now save the answer file. I can name it as I want to, but the file extension must always be .xml. Save the answer file to root of any drive other than C. You can now delete the install vim and catalog files from the desktop. Because we used an install vim file not belonging to the version of Windows with Sysprep, the answer file must be edited. Open it in Notepad. Change the path to your Windows 10 install vim file at the bottom of the answer file. In my case now, as the Windows 10 build 9926 media will be in drive E on this VM, I change it accordingly. Change also the Windows version, in this case now Windows 10 Enterprise. Open an admin command prompt. Go to Sysprep folder and give the following command. Sysprep.exe /generalize /over /shutdown /unattend /d /customimage.xml. In my case now the answer file is on the root of the drive D. Change the command above according to where your answer file is located. Windows will now generalize and modify the image and shut down when ready. Remove the Windows 10 install media. Boot the PC or VM with a boot disk of an imaging application or use a so-called WinPE disk to boot. In my case now I use Macrium imaging, tutorial link in video description. When the computer has booted to imaging and recovery tool, create a system image according to instructions for the program you are using. When done, shut down the computer. have now created a generalized, highly customized Windows install image which can be restored to any computer instead of installing. Restoring takes only half of the time needed for installation. Start the PC normally to finalize the installation. The welcome phrase "first boot" is a bit different in a Sysprep Windows. You will, for instance, be asked to enter the product key. This is of course not necessary, you can skip it. When done, create a local account. You can later change it to a Microsoft account, but in my very subjective opinion, each Windows PC should have one local admin user. Finally, the desktop. You will see that all customizations are there. All software you installed in audit mode is there. Have fun!